How to choose a good pub. Hello and welcome to Video Jug. If you're on holiday in the UK, you'll notice you can't walk down any street without passing a public house, which Brits lovingly call pubs. They're an intrinsic part of British society, where people go to drink, debate, unwind and make merry. There are good and bad examples everywhere, so this guide will help you to make sure the pub you're drinking in is the type that made Britain great. Step 1. Drinks. The first reason to enter a pub is for a drink. Britain is well known for serving beer warm. Traditional cask-conditioned real ale has been brewed for centuries in the British Isles and when served properly is a joy to the taste buds. There are a vast variety of brewers brewing a wide range of differing ales in the country. One normally expects a pub to serve different ales from different breweries. However, sometimes that is not possible due to restrictions placed by the brewery. The Campaign for Real Ale, Camera Guidebook, is a good place to look if you're wanting to experience real British beer. Beers may be a bit of an acquired taste, but make for a much richer experience than fizzy lager. Cider is another drink popular in British pubs, especially in the summer. You really should try some if you're in the southwest of England. Guinness is a very popular drink in UK pubs. There are often a number of lagers on draft and served in bottles. It's best to check the alcohol content of the lagers, which can vary from 3 to 6%. Pubs now also offer a number of wines by the glass and the bottle as well. It may be worth checking out the wine list to see what's on offer. Step 2. Food. Local food. A country's history largely determines its eating and drinking traditions. There is great culinary diversity in the UK, and it varies from region to region. Always ask what the local dish is. You could be in for a very pleasant surprise. Delicacies such as Cornish pasties, Lancashire hot pot, and Scottish haggis await you. Snacks at the bar are similarly different. Traditional pubs will serve crisps, what the rest of the world calls potato chips, and peanuts either salted or dry roasted. Gastropubs tend to serve posher fodder like olives, cashew nuts and bruschetta. Step 3. Pubs to avoid. Much can be said for judging a pub by its exterior. If you're wanting to get an authentic pub experience, it's best to avoid chain pubs. You could do worse than simply asking a local if they could recommend a nice pub. Try and avoid the obvious. Pubs right next to major tourist attractions know that they're gaining a huge passing trade and are more concerned with the volume of customers than the quality of food or drink. Step 4. Pub interior. There are usually at least 2 rooms in each pub. The bar is traditionally the male drinking domain with less seating and a more basic decoration. The lounge is often decorated to a higher standard and is more comfortable surroundings for sitting in a group. As a rule for the traditional pub experience, look for buildings with character and age. However, it's not just country cottage thatched roof inns that are recommended. Occasionally you might come across a city centre pub with an interior that hasn't changed for many years and gives you a sense of the hundreds and thousands of pints that have been swilled down over the centuries. Step 5. Games. A good pub might have a number of different types of games to play as you're drinking. Pool and darts are the most popular, with some traditional pubs having bar billiards and bar skittles. Pool cues are often kept behind the bar with a deposit needed. There are also rules governing who plays next, with a winner stays on rule generally in operation. This is where the winner of the previous game plays again, with the challenger putting up the money for the game. Darts are also kept behind the bar, so if you want to have a game, ask a member of staff. Step 6. Warm fire. Down the centuries, the British love of an open fire has never waned. To fan the flames of this passion, the designers of the nation's buildings have made the fireplace a functional and decorative feature, a place of warmth and contentment. A real fire gives life to a room, particularly a roaring fire with wood crackling away, providing a comforting aroma. Step 7. Beer garden. In the summer, there's nothing nicer than enjoying a drink out in the sun. Most pubs advertise the fact that they have a beer garden, which is sometimes hidden at the back. A good beer garden can make for a blissful afternoon's drinking. Step 8. Nice view. Those inns which are located in spectacular locations are also worth a visit. In urban locations, it might be nice to seek out a pub on the riverside or perhaps on a nice green square to escape the hustle and bustle. Step 9. Children. Many pubs allow children to accompany their parents. Usually this is in an eating environment. However, some pubs provide a separate room for kids and allow children into the beer garden, which sometimes even have playground equipment. You should always ask if it's okay to bring your children into a pub first. If you're planning a visit to a particular pub, it's always best to ring the pub and ask before you set off. Step 10. Dogs. A nice pint is a lovely way to reward yourself after a long walk. If you are walking with a dog, it's always best to check with the landlord or owner first to see if you're allowed to bring your dog in. Your very good health. Cheers.